Hello everyone and welcome to another great stream here in Togores MTG. We are playing today Modern Affinity, and in this case it's the classic weapons manufacturing affinity, but we are playing instead of a lot of class of gifts, some Arcbound Ravagers. For the rest I think it's quite core. We will try to do turn 1 Pinnacle Emissary and a lot of zeros, or weapons manufacturing and a lot of zeros. In the sideboard we have 2 Ashok's and 3 Damping Sphere against the Amulet Titan Menace. But you don't play a lot against them in Magic Online in the leagues, but it's fine to have them. So yeah, let's just jump straight into the league. I always think this deck is great. It's very fun to play, and Kappa is one of the strongest modern cards. Not like top 3, but probably top 10. Hi Jose. Jose Blackbone, thanks for the sub. You're 18 months.
Keep growing the month.
So there you have another 18 months reward for being subscribed. If you enjoy my content, hit like and subscribe. And we're here for round 1. We can play a fast Pinnacle Emissary on the play, which I think is great. So Pinnacle Emissary, Mox Opal, and at least one other artifact. We could play double Mox Opal, which is not that bad. We don't know what to name with Pithy Needle, and just getting more mana is always fine. More mana, more bodies. I'm not gonna eat the Pinnacle Emissary with Ravager because there is a high chance I play it next turn. I don't have many more spells to play, and here we have 4 power. 4 power turn 1, not the strongest Mother synergy, but strong. Breeding Pool. Breeding Pool tends to have some problems against Moxamber. So what are we playing against? Moxamber, Tamiyo. Some weird cutter deck with... They almost never search for green the first one. I know I have to be missing something. Why they fetch for Breeding Pool? What are they playing in green? Rumble? Probably. They look at me. I draw another Opal. So land gets played. Pinnacle Emissary. Eat Mox Opal. Play another Mox Opal. Attack with my whole team. They don't block a token. They could lose the Tamiyo if I decide to switch. So on the other side is Seasoned Scholar. Tamiyo Seasoned Scholar. So yeah, we have some power. They draw a card with Bubble. Ravager can get huge. So with a Saga, they wish to draw another card this turn. They will not be able to do this. This has to be some kind of combo decks. Can this be Song of Creation? Maybe? I guess this is Song of Creation. Maybe I should have named Shifting Woodland. They could flip Tamiyo. They could block with 2. Could block and put counters on it, but Embry, yeah. Rumble, and that's his Stomping Ground. That's probably the Song of Creation deck. Boomerang Basics. Yeah, no big reason to not let this get bounced. And now Grape Shot. That's the Song of Creation deck. I love this build of the Affinity. It can grind a little more, but it still depends on being able to keep 7. Yes, always Affinity depends on keeping 7 or 6s. If you're happy with the 6 card hands, this is good. But so they kill Pinnacle Emissary, and they have 1 card, and we have some flyers. Hormone Script is good. Yeah, gonna attack. So we can take them off Embry. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have exact lethal this turn if we eat everything. Tamiyo attacks. That's a clue. Okay, we are not getting comboed this turn. We're gonna crack again. Repeal the Pithy Needle. I'm gonna eat this because this makes repeal fail, and this makes them they don't draw a card. So they replay Moxamber, and do they have... Okay, yeah, another Tamiyo. That's just there to survive. I could have eaten the Mox with Cast. I could have eaten the Mox with this, but most cards they could play were not very strong. So I'm attack with everything. I'm gonna eat this. Single Stupor was a decent card to draw. Not like the greatest because I had lethal anyway from the sides. They block anything and I do that, so that's 8. So I could just let them block and eat the blocking creature and put the counter somewhere else. So Tamiyo did not solve the math for them. So Damping Sphere is great against the Song of Creation deck. We have to be aware that they have Also the Saga plan and other kind of stuff, but lots of negation. Spellbomb. Yeah, Spellbomb is probably nice. Weapons. TurboScript is not crazy good, but also not very bad. Explosives is good. Weapons is good. Pithy Needle is strong. So do we want Dumping Sphere or we want to fight the Song of Creation on the stack? That's the big question. Yeah, I'm not gonna board in Dumping Sphere. I'm gonna also cut Mendmite. Weapons. This is not that of a grindy matchup. We have to win fast. The card I am the most afraid is Ortho Saga. One and Vexing Bubble. Yeah, if you have one, you have one. If you have the other, you have the other. So this hand is a mole. One land. Okay. Here we go into the Multi 5 train, which is not that bad. Pinnacle Emissary. Mox Opal. I'm gonna dump Fairy Islet. Seems like a nombo, but it's not that bad. If you have Force of if you have Vexing Bubble, they cannot combo, and if you have Force of Negation, they cannot combo. So win-win. Galvanic, Fiery Islet, Pinnacle Emissary, Mox Opal. I'm gonna play Embry this turn because it needs some time to set up and I can live with one turn of Tamiyo. If they want to flip it, they can flip it. Opponent's deck doesn't play that many removals. Oh, we block there. Spellbomb. Do they have another land? They have a Mox. They can bounce Embry if they want. Hi Rubik's. How's it going? So I have a warp thing. Here, I'm gonna attack for one. I'm gonna play Mirror Light. Thanks for the 13 months. Thank you very much. So here, I'm gonna Galvanic this. And now I'm gonna 1, 2, 3. Gonna play Embry. Mill myself. And then they're gonna surveil end of turn. They could get me if they don't surveil, but Consign to Memory. I think Consign to Memory is not a great card against Affinity. Shift in Woodland. That could be dangerous. Blue card, please. House of Kicks. It's not a blue card. So 3 mana. Endurance, eat my cards. Okay, not the worst, not the best. Sure. They would have eaten this anyway, so I'm gonna play Lava Spool Boots and equip Boots to the drone token so that if they want to bounce it, it costs a bit more. Yeah, multi 5. That's what always happens with Affinity. Tamiyo, yeah. They tend to play 1 Endurance in the main deck. Shift in Woodland, and they pass on tap. Why did they take the damage? Kappa, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Cannot do much. We might have another Endurance. They draw the clue. I'm gonna block. If you don't block, you get ninjutsu by whatever. By Shinobi. They are starting to get ahead. I do not like that. So Mishra's Bubble. Okay, that's great. Look at their top. See what they are drawing. They called Endurance in response again. Mace. Yeah, I'm gonna play Bubble. But they are not drawing their combo now. 3, 6. So now with Claw of Kicks, I can Kappa them. Not attacking, but Kappa is Kappa. And I have a draw. So what's this? Draw. Turbo Script. It's an artifact. Do they have Song of Creation? Yeah, okay. They did not have... It's just a value Song of Creation. They could draw a card with Clue. They did not have it last turn. Boomerang Basics. So... Okay, that's starting to draw cards. I guessed. I think that not applying pressure is wrong. Probably even if I don't play the Kappa and have Force of Negation, I'm gonna lose because my game is not going anywhere. So Tamiyo draws cards. They have 9 cards in hand. So yeah, every time they cast a spell, they draw 2 cards. At the beginning of your end step, discard your hand. And they can play an additional land. So they keep playing cards, drawing more cards, more spells, more cards, repeal. I guess I'm gonna concede. I'm gonna die. So no real reason to make us suffer. 21 cards, I'm pretty sure I die. Now I'm gonna board in 2 Dumping Spheres. So game 3. We have Saga, we have... So this kid's Embry. It's not like the best hand in the world, but it does things. Alright, let's go. Breathing Pool and Amber. Explosive, so that seems like Embry. There's sad. And Embry, okay. Almost a Vintage Start, Song of Creation, 6 Mox Opal. So, kill Embry, 3 cards remaining. I'm gonna play Ravager this turn. I know I could hold up Rebuke, but I don't want to do so. If they have a Shifting Woodland, next turn I'm in trouble, but for now I cannot block. Boomerang Basics, draw a card, Mox, Crack Clue, or Boomerang Basics, +1. Amber gets played again. Bubble, another Tamiyo, Spellbomb, they bubble me, draw a card, Force of Negation. Not the best card to have. I'm gonna play Ravager here. I'm gonna attack that Tamiyo. Let's see, they block. I could eat everything, but probably not worth. So I would need to Pithy Needle their Tamiyo this turn. Yeah, that land is a turn too late. Pithy Needle, Seize on it, Scholar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kappa time with Tormod Script up. Okay, we have Force of Negation and Tormod Script. So yeah, we are gaming a bit, not like a ton, but we have a plan that could work. I noticed yesterday that the text on the Kappa changed it to MH3. Yes, before it was whenever the spirit or another artifact you control enters, whenever another artifact enters. So we're gonna Song of Creation. We got a free attack. I don't know if I'm gonna kill Kappa. I think I'm attacking my opponent. They block 1. They can bones Kappa soon. Okay. They draw Moxamber. Not the greatest draw. Gonna pass. They could bones my Kappa this turn. Not like it's crazy good, but that's a play they can do. They have to bones it in their turn with the Moxamber, not in my turn. So they draw cards. If they draw another card, they're getting... They could have another Song of Creation. 9. It was better to just bounce Kappa. Moxamber, 2 cards remaining. Another Moxamber, okay. What does Song of Creation win? With Grape Shot, but whatever. If you draw your deck, you can win whatever you want. So they are playing another Song of Creation. Grape Shot, Ravager. Okay, that's Storm 3. I'm gonna see what this does. 3 damage, 1 there, 2 there. I'm gonna sacrifice this Ravager and put the counters here. So this will have 3 counters when Grape Shot resolves. And they have no cards in hand. I think we win. It's 9. I can move them to Kappa. After I'm gonna sacrifice and draw. Sacrifice, draw a card. Fire Bluff Canal. Mox. So I can just eat the attack. They block to its own ability. Yes. I modulate. My opponent is not giving up. So take 10. They are taking the smallest chance of me misplaying. I'm not that new to this game. Okay, we won round 1. Yeah, players don't value their time very good. They were poor total. Yeah. One of the strongest finisher in Modern. Maybe a Ninja Turtle Kappa is coming. Yeah, could be. So that they take out a secret layer of Ninja Turtles Kappa Cannoneer should work. This should be Blastoise. So if one day they print a Pokemon secret layers or something, that's weird because it will interact with their own card game. But if they do, they have to print a Kappa Blastoise. Okay, we have a hand here for game 2 against Xpitax. That's 1, 2, 3. If I draw a land, I think I'm still gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep this. This hand can go right in many directions. Forest, Amulet Titan, Topia's Proud. Okay, Eldrazi Ramp it is. And we drew a land. Yes. I'm gonna play Pinnacle Emissary, Mox. Now I'm gonna play another Pinnacle Emissary and Midnight. They're not playing that many Co-Selects Return nowadays. Okay, average 11 power on turn 1. Yeah, you can. Co-Selects Return could be crazy, but I think I'm gonna move this here. They say they solved the exile, the sideboard windows and the exile window. Eldrazi Temple, that's a card. Sadly, it's not lethal in 2 turns, but how many Cosirex Returner is Eldrazi Ramp playing nowadays? 2. Yeah, not a lot. So, what's this? Flash Raker. Okay, that's not an usual card in the Eldrazi Ramp. So this could be some kind of Broodscale deck. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm gonna play Kappa first and then attack with the rest. Okay, I only have to tap 1 of those. Attack for 7. I go to 13. So next turn, if I draw an artifact, I think I win. And if I draw a land, I win. So there are not many draws that don't win the game. Land wins the game. So 3 rebukes, 3 embries, 3 weapons, that's 9 draws that do not win the game on the spot. That's fine. Welcome Ballista exists too. Okay. Yeah, this seems like Broodscale combo with Utopia Sprawl. At 15, they cannot attack. Explosives. So red. This is 2 triggers for Kappa. And also 2 damage on. So 8, 8, and 7 is 15. That's exactly lethal if I'm not wrong. Not gonna attack with this. And F6. Yeah, turn 3 kill. So they cannot block anything and they can shoot 2 of them. And that's 6. Exactly 0. Okay, that was a bit of a gambling hand, but we got turn 3 kill. So Galvanic Blast, Consign to Memory. I don't like Rebuke a lot in this matchup. Pithy Needle is fine, Aether Spellbomb is good. I'm gonna board out 2 Tormod Script. They play some Embrakuls, so I think I'm gonna go with this. Try to be the aggressive player. When you gamble on a hand and it works, it's always delightful. Our opponent is taking their time to sideboard. Pinnacle Kappa, we can... It's in the... Okay, this hand is great. Not great, get great, but it's a 8. So we're gonna keep any hand that's in 8. So Growth of the Born Willows from the Space set. I had never seen this. Today I also discovered this at Thespian stage. Walking Ballista. Okay, so... Yeah, if we draw good hands, this deck rocks. Like, always Pinnacle Emissary, always spells. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can play Pithy Needle here. What's the name of the sword? Blade of the Blue Chief. Yeah, putting max pressure out seems decent. We could have Bubble Fist. Probably was what we should have done. I could have named what it fulfills. I think that's a not so strong play, but why this doesn't stay here? So Saga, yeah. We know 2 cards out of their 6 cards, and they are not that strong. We're gonna know 4 cards of the 6 cards. We drew Embry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we draw another artifact or land, we can Kappa. I asked for the wrong artifact. I think I still have to Kappa here. The other chance is to not play any spells that are relevant. So yeah. Kappa kills fast. I said I had to draw an artifact, but didn't specify that it had to be a small artifact. So Ursa Saga. Next turn I can play Embry plus Hold Up Discharge. Or I could play another Kappa. Maybe another Kappa is better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thief of Existence. Yeah. This is gonna eat Pithy Needle. Yeah. When this dies, they draw a card. Sure. Okay. Claws of Gigs. That's a cheap artifact. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This comes down. I'm gonna play Embry. I have Tormoscript, Mithras Bauble, Ravager in the grave. So attack for 9. And probably next turn I can win. Here holding the Galvanic I think is the right move. They're probably trying to win this turn. Blade. So in response to them equipping, they will need another land. They have a land. So Basking Broodscale, yeah. So I'm gonna Galvanic that. Not let them do any pesky things. They had Ballista in hand, so they could cast Ballista for 0. Surveillant. You're not winning that way. 3 out of 4 cards are known, and they know they died. That's 3, that's 7, that's 10 exactly. Clean sweep. On my Metafrail profile, you will find all my competitive Magic the Gathering content. You will get deck and sideboard guides, articles with ideas and analysis, and even the decks I will be playing in my next big tournament. I offer one-to-one coaching sessions to help take your game to the next level. Following is completely free, so hit the subscribe button and keep up with everything I post on metafy.gg. So we're playing round 3 against Mariscal, and this is I guess a decent hand. Wooded Foothills. What do I want to do? I guess I want to play the first Pinnacle after drawing a second 1-mana card. I cannot consign this. They could bolt my Pinnacle Emissary now, but this resolves 2 tokens. So I'm gonna let them surveil and bubble then. So in Data Trial, Leyline. Not the best draw for them. So are we getting Kavut? Land is great. That's Ion of Draco. So I'm gonna play Saga and not many spells to play, so here comes Weapons. So next turn there is a good turn of playing things whenever a non-token. So next turn they will have their Draco being very big. Pledge a token. First strike Vigilance for a short time. I'm gonna block. I know they have Leyline, so I will try to make my life total work out. 3 cards. Yes, this is Island. A big token, it's better than... I'm gonna warp this. This gets more blockers, tokens, more things. Embry. So, Kappa. Okay. A Kappa in the graveyard is not bad. If Embry survives, they cannot fledge this turn, but they could do whatever else. They have to choose between playing Leyline this turn, or probably Leyline is the safe choice, but that means I will have Kappa. Leyline was the right choice. So let's see what I draw. Fiery Islet. So here I can put up a construct, a Tormod script, and 1, 2, 3, 4 big token, Tormod script, Fiery Islet, Kappa, more tokens. This gets bigger. Okay, I'm at 15, but my Shadow Spear is gonna do work next turn. Surveil, 1, 2, 3. So right now they cannot fledge. That means I'm gonna wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Null Drifter. Okay. That's without haste. They draw 2, so still no way to fledge back. This just changed the clock. This is 4. No, this is Ragavan. Okay, so that should be lethal from our side. Boots will be a great draw. Bubble, play land. I cannot play the Pinnacle Emissaries, but I can play explosives. Explosives or 0, more tokens. More things, bubble, more damage, more tokens. I think this has to be lethal somehow, with me being able to sacrifice explosives. That's 10, 10, 15. They cannot play Leyline Binding. That was a card I would be afraid of. 8, 12 damage here. So no blocks. Go to 1, sacrifice this. They could have Solitude if they have. Yeah, I just sacrifice 1 permanent with Klaus and deal 2 damage to them. Okay, yeah, we got out of Leyline plus Draco. Okay, now the big question. So I think Consign is decent. Not like great, but decent. Pithy Needle is a bad card. Spellbomb is decent. Rebuke is medium. Midnight is good, blocks Ragavan. They're gonna board out 1 Embry for a Galvanic Blast. I don't know how many Wrath they play. Probably a ton of Wrathos. 2 Wrath of the Skies, 1 Clarion Conqueror, Rare Tears. Yeah, maybe I have to cut more cards for something like Rebuke. Yeah, 2 Rebukes. I don't know. Yeah, I live in fear of Wrath of the Skies. It just makes that our hands with Weapons and Kappa are better, and our hands with Pinnacle Emissary are a bit worse. Not that bad. Embry, TimeBolt. So we have a medium fast Kappa hand. Yeah, I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is good against Ragavan. I'm gonna mull this. Okay, this hand is a bit better. I'm gonna put down 1 Weapons, a red card that they cannot cast. This hand is also not great. We are missing some zeros, but whatever. Okay. No Ragavan yet. Fiery Ill Islet. So the problem is I cannot play Saga next turn if I do this. I would love to play Saga next turn. I'm gonna play Fiery Eye, let's go. Yeah, there is a reason. I'm losing 3 life later, but I'm gonna use my mana to the biggest potential. So Kabu Draco, Kabu. Yeah, weapons go. Still need to draw some cheap artifacts. And now I can think something. Okay, Lush Portico. That means that maybe Wrath of the Sky is coming in. That Kabu is gonna attack. Leyline gets looted. I go to 14. Wear Tear my Saga. That's bad. Spire Bluff Canal. Okay, no cheap artifacts today. Go to 9. 9 is starting to be amount of life that's dangerous because I have to tap Fiery Islet for some damage. Do you use those Fiery Islets to draw cards? We're playing 4 of them. Maybe playing some Painlands will be better. So 0 gas. I have to wait until they go into battle phase because they called Arena of Glory the Kabu back. So it's true that they called loot. But yeah, that's exactly why I said I had to play like I played. So okay. That was the exact reason I did this. I don't die to a Bolt. I draw to a Stubborn Denial. Not like the best card against us. We probably have a Wrath of the Skies in hand. Yeah. They attack for 4. Yeah. When you plan everything ahead and it happens, I'm still gonna lose, but Pinnacle Emissary. Yeah, sure, okay. I'm gonna play Pinnacle Emissary. This makes a token. They bolt this. They Leyline Binding Pinnacle. They Leyline Binding Pinnacle Emissary. 1, 2. I could make a Kappa if they didn't Leyline, but obviously they were gonna Leyline, so I guess I have to draw a card with this and die. If I drew a 0, I could block 1 turn the Draco like Pinnacle, block the Draco 1 turn, but this did not happen. Okay, let's go into game 3. So still I like my Uplighter. Thanks for the follow. I would like to play first. That is great. Okay. There are some hands from my opponent that could make this hand go wrong, but I'm gonna play Shadow Spear here and look that like I don't have another land. They always want to play something on turn 2. If they don't, then we are getting a Time Walk. But I don't want them to wear tear my Saga. That would be very troublesome. But if they don't do it. Now we put them against some pressure. They play something, they don't play something. Doorkeeper Thrall. Okay, this is artifacts and creatures entering. Artifacts and creatures. Okay. So that makes that all the other things entering trigger. Artifacts entering. Oh, this stops this. Artifacts and creatures entering. Okay, this stops weapons. That's a fail. Yeah, this is an enchantment. But it's an artifact entering that causes this. Okay, yeah, that's bad. I saw no Kappa triggers. Yeah, I knew about Kappa triggers, but the things entering is the one that doesn't. Okay, yeah. I will have to work out of this. Yeah, Doorkeeper Thrall being the worst card or the best card. Able. Gonna counter that. That's bait, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next turn I can play Kappa and I'm probably getting full tapped for it, so I'm gonna play this. Oof. So this is Doorkeeper Troll. Yeah, it's a strong card. They called Wrath Me now for 2, which stops Troll. Okay, now Troll has Vigilance. Okay, sure. Another Kappa. I don't think I want the token. So I could get Ether Spellbomb and Bones of Draco. One of the worst matchup for Truth is actually the Through Mirror. Yeah, Thrall doesn't do much in the mirror. So, Spellbomb, Lava Spool Boots. I guess Spellbomb is nice. I could play this for 2, but I'm gonna play it for 0. And play another Kappa and equip Shadow Spear to the 1.5. Leveling Trample. They cannot wear tear this, but they can Leyline Binding this and then trade, which is not terrific, but do they want to trade? No. They gave me the life. Okay. Wrath of the Skies. Surveil. I'm at 16. They are at 12. They attack. Go to 11. Now you only do English streaming? Yes, only English. That's good. That's bad. I don't know. So I'm at 11. And what is happening this turn? We can take Hexproof from them. Okay, I'm gonna attack for 8. Seems these. That's another Thrall. Yeah, sure. What's this? What's happening? They go to 3. What's the trap behind this? 3. Surveil. Yeah. So no Flage plus Arena of Glory this turn. They attack with those. Firebluff Canal. So explosives for 2. This doesn't trigger anything. But sorry, I'm attacking with both. Leyline Binding. What are they Leyline binding? They're binding the Kappa, so they have to pay 4. Pay, yes. I can bounce my Kappa, so I bounce the Kappa, and they will have to trade. I can bounce the Kappa and make them... Okay, I can bounce my Kappa, or I can make them trade this for this. Okay, other option. If I bounce my Kappa, I can replay it. That will be 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts. 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts. I cannot replay it this turn. So this is close. I'm not sure what's better. I can bounce my own Kappa, but not replay it. Or I can bounce Draco and they have to jump. Or I bounce Draco. What happens if they have another... I'm not sure about anything here. So, bounce Kappa and not replay it. Bounce Draco, make them jump. That makes my explosive worse. Okay, I'm gonna bounce Kappa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna bounce Kappa and make them jump with the Draco or with 1 Dark Creeper. But then my Kappa survives. Okay, we trade, which is decently fine. Like, not the best, not the worst, but works out. 6 mana, another Draco. Okay, fine. So they attack for 2. Now, another explosives. Okay, I'm gonna play Kappa. This is not going to attack. Play my explosives, and I have to pay 1 more with this. And in response to the cast, I'm gonna explosives for 2. So that I use the explosives to cast, but I also get a counter. And now my Kappa triggers next turn, so they need to be able to kill it. If they attack, they are not blocking. They only have 1 card remaining and no more surveillance in the deck. So let's have 2 Galvanic Blast. Okay. Whoa, that was a close one. Very, very close. So guys, when will we play New Living Age? Eager to see the results. I think Tuesday. So Wednesday, Tuesday they put it on Magic Online. So Wednesday, I'm gonna reveal something I bought today. Just before the stream, I made this purchase: Woodfulness, Deceit. This is for Pauper, and 2 Hexing Squelcher. So we are here in round 4 against Preparation. We're currently 3-0, and we're gonna keep this because we have a Pinnacle Emissary with 3 spells on turn 1, which is always great. Oh, this smells like Amulet Titan. Oh, Boots, no. I'm a big fan of Bant Living, but Sultai has interested me, but I think Sultai might have consistency. There is a card that someone told me the other day that it is not that inconsistent, but you can play 1 of 2 of this one. This discards a big creature or any card and searches for Shardless Agent, or even Hollow Forager, or even an answer. So maybe playing 2 of them is a thing. So they could Rebuke. Okay, so we play this and see if this gets rebuked. If it doesn't get rebuked, we'll the Golden. What was the last card in your order? The last card in my order was the 2 elementals and the hexing squelcher, the red card. So yeah, I'm gonna play with Wax Bubble. I should have waited 1 turn. I draw a land. I draw another land. The other was a creature that creates pingers for Paupertron. So here we just pass. They're gonna lose a life and make a token. The wild guy. Yeah, I don't think it's like broken in Modern or Legacy. It's, I guess in Commander, people are not happy. So they are getting a token. If I let this resolve, they are just... Okay, I'm gonna pass to crack this. So now upkeep, I crack this. That makes that no more tokens. I also want to buy the red-green elemental, but I want it for Legacy, and I can play proxies of that, so not for now. So Saga resolves, and they search for something. Opponent is thinking. Weapons, Fiery Islet. So draw a card with Bubble. 1, 2. I play Pithy Needle here. I'm getting boots, explosives. Gonna get explosives and play land. I can rebuke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next turn there's a Kappa. Now you got me thinking about that green 2 or 3 drop. Is it good? I'm not sure. I want to try 2 of them to see if it works. It dumps Living into the Graveyard. It dumps, and it searches Hollow Forager, for example. It dumps any big creature. Like it dumps an Overlord. Okay, and Generate Explosives is its name. It gets you Overlord of the Palamorg or any Bouncer, so not bad, but also not terrifically good. Like, it's a bit of a mix. But yeah, the biggest difference you see between and Sultai. One is faster, one is more resilient to my own explosives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna pass. There is a high chance my opponent has a Rebuke in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So they need another thing to be able to cast something. Weapons. Yeah, that's a strong play, but whatever. Yeah, it's very resilient. You beat all the control decks quite easy. Ether Spellbomb. I'm gonna play Ether Spellbomb. We are playing the Affinity Control Mirror. And I'm gonna play Sing to Stupor tapped. So there are some cards that could break this stalemate, like Saga, for example. So they have a Rebuke in hand for sure. Embry is a good and strong card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rebuke Embry. Kappa, Rebuke Embry. I think I have to go for it and pray. This is gonna get rebuked, but whatever. Yeah. So no, then I play Embry, mill some cards, Pinnacle Emissary, Kappa Cannoneer, and I will have to bounce my opponent's construct if they want to equip. They can not 1, 2, 3. They cannot Kappa and Saga and activate Saga now. They could get Claws of Gigs next turn, which is a lot of damage. But yeah, you can play the green 3-drop over Steam Score. Steam Score is a card I stopped playing time ago. The new Elemental, the blue-green one, is much better than Steam's Core Elemental. It's just automatically replaced by this. It dies, it filters, it does everything. I stopped playing Steam's Core months ago. I just played more Rakash's Bargain, which is now changed by the new Elemental. The new Elemental, the green-blue is so strong. Do you have a list or can I wait for it on your YouTube? I will play it next week. I have some draft that has to be finished, but until Tuesday or so, I'm not gonna be able to build it. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I play this weekend Modern and I played, but I don't think I'm gonna play Modern this week. There are... Okay, Equip Boots. That's very bad because they equip boots. So they equip boots here. So this haste, I bounce, they play it again, and they keep boots again. This, I'm not winning this game. Yeah, I tapped my Tormod and they played Embry. So they get Tormod script, sure. Better if you cast it, I guess. And they have Kappa. Okay. I'm so super dead. Yeah, I'm gonna concede. I'm not winning this game. They have double munitions plus Embry plus next turn Clouds of Gifts. Even if I can't get this, I can trade for the other cards. So yeah, we're on the play, so I'm gonna board in this and this and this. I don't like the rebukes in this matchup. We have no way of getting rid of artifacts. Manmite Ghost, Tormod Scripts. I prefer to have Manmite and Tormod Scripts. So I'm gonna cut Manmite and bring in one of those. Okay, this is it. I'm gonna keep this hand because this hand has weapons. It's a good weapons, a few good weapons turn. It's slow but also very fast. Having Ravager there. This hand pops off on turn 3. Turn 3 I can play Mox Opal, Ravager, Pinnacle Emissary, yeah sure. My weapons is probably faster than the tokens. Mox, that means they have Rebuke up. Any other spell, Embry. Another Pinnacle Emissary. Okay, that's something. Another Mox. Okay, so that's a lot of tokens. I could have explosives here and just destroy them. They have a Rebuke. Pilot, weapons, go counter this or not. This is my play. Yeah, my opponent has double time. Very strong hands. I'm a bit sad. Lately I've been 4-1-ing a lot of leagues but losing the mirrors, which is not something that I will like. So the attack for 2. Second weapons was a bit needed in our gameplay. Weapons, Opal, Island, Bubble, Embry. Could kill things there, but Embry. Now they have Tormod Script. And they have that turn 1 double Emissary plus Rebuke up. I don't think many decks can beat that in Modern. It's okay if I post a link to a deck list, 1 for 1 with it today. Yeah, sure. Another Kappa. Yes, sure. I'm so dead. My opponent is bullying me. I'm gonna look at the list after. So they attack for 7, 9. If they draw an artifact, I'm probably dead. That's a Ravager. Yeah, maybe they cannot cast it if I draw explosives. Galvanic Blast and Opal. Mirror's Bubble. They crit me. Sure. I have to draw exactly in general explosives, but even if I draw, I cannot block twice. I'm dead. Okay, easy peasy. Yeah, my opponent had like the perfect hand. And this happens. Modern decks are very strong. We're here for round 5. Currently 3-1. Trying to get a 4-1. And we are on the draw with a strong hand that puts a lot of pressure. We are missing a big payoff, but still 3 to 4 tokens on turn 1 is something. Ooh, Bloodstained Mire. That could be Thoxys. Hope it's something like Ragavan, but if it's Thoxys, my hand is gonna... Okay, what's this? Rakdos Affinity? Rakdos Affinity? Munitions, Turbo Combos, Blinkdraft Room. So yeah, Affinity is the deck of the day. Yesterday we played Storm and we faced 2 Storm decks, while today we are playing Affinity and we are facing a lot of Affinity. Okay, another thing. I guess I try to just play more cards than they do. I'm not gonna Pithy Needle right now because they don't have anything I want to Needle now. And if they play a Turn Saga, I'm gonna look bad. Outcast Pinnacle, sure. Bubble, yeah. More tokens coming in. Right now I am in control of the token menace. So if this gets too crazy, I can just kill all the tokens. Islet. No, I didn't want to attack with this. Sad. Okay, yeah. Maybe they are fearing something. Okay, this could get you, but not easy. Okay, I lost a Manmite for my trouble. So here I called explosives, which is quite bad. I'm gonna play my own Pinnacle and pass. They bubble me. Yeah, I lost a Manmite just for free. Just here, take my lunch money. Arena of Glory. It would be cool to, not easy, but to give haste to a Kappa with Arena. You need to have a Mountain, a blue mana, and yeah, 3 mana Kappa. 3 mana Kappa is too much to pay for a Kappa. So they have weapons. That means I can Pithy Needle Klaus. They have only 1 card. I could also just explosives. So not like the worst. Explosives, crack the board, attack first. Let's see. They cannot play another spell and Sacrifice 2 permanents to Klaus. 3 mana and haste for creatures. What's this? As a general cost to cast the spell, you might sacrifice any number of non-land permanents. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each permanent sacrificed this way. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, put a blight counter on it. Then for each blight counter on it, each opponent loses 4 life. On that player sacrifice a non-land permanent of their choice. Or this card has so much text that it doesn't fit into the textbook. Or discard a card. The player sacrifices. Okay, I'm surprised about this card. So whenever this creature attacks, put a blight counter on it for each blight counter it is. So this is 1 counter. So that means I have to sacrifice 1 thing. I'm gonna sacrifice Tormod's Crypt. And when it attacks, it does it again. Okay. Whoa. That's a cool deck. I have to sacrifice 2 permanents. Yeah, I guess Moxopal and trade for this. Then if I draw a land, I can bounce this. Weapons. I could have paid for life. Whoa. Or, okay, so that. This did not look bad. In fact, this looked very good. So you have to have weapons or something like that. Okay. This looked very good. What's the size of this? 6/6. So I cannot kill it. I'm gonna bring back Zimbabwe. Cut this. Okay, that was cool. Game 2 on the play. We have turn 1 Emery. I guess this is okay. Turn 1 Emery is not something I'm gonna mull. So pass. I have Spellbomb and Kappa in the graveyard, so I can play Saga, Spellbomb, maybe Kappa. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I draw a small artifact, I can play Kappa. So this is Pinnacle Emissary or Bolt. Pithy Needle, my double Emery. Yeah. Sad. That's even worse than getting it killed because this new 2 cards from my hand. Weapons. I cannot play weapons. Okay, Saga, go. Attack for 1. Yeah. Okay. That Pithy Needle destroyed my whole hand. Arena of Glory. Bubble. When this enchantment enters, at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and create a clue token. If you attack +X+1/+1 counter attacking on target attacking creature, where X is the number of permanents you have sacrificed this turn. If X is 3 or greater, this creature gains lifelink. Okay, so this makes a clue. This card, when this came out, people played it a bit, but it went down very fast. So wish to draw a land or a small artifact. Okay, that is fine. So hope my opponent do not play the snake this turn. 1, 2, 3, 6. So they can sacrifice 2. I'll play the snake again, but not with haste. They need to red and black. Nihil Spellbomb. I don't care. You already Pithy Needle my Emery. Ornithopter. Okay. So do you have the snake? Do you have something else? Drum. Okay. Mana neutral. And now let's see. I can bounce the snake with Ursa Saga. So they're probably not very interested in playing it. Well, they had a land, so they could have played this with haste this turn. With a needle. Gonna put up another construct and get the Spellbomb that's in my graveyard. Great. So that means I will have to pressure my opponent. That's lethal right now. Okay, we are attacking for lethal in today's combat step. So they will have to block. You can discard cards or sacrifice permanents or whatever to the snake. So they crack a clue. Draw a card. Yes. Would it be crazy that my opponent meltdowns me or something like that? Shutterstorm. So they lose 1 life. I could have attacked for 2 more. That Saga might be too late. Black. Draw a clue. Okay. No opponent concedes. Yeah. We had a faster Saga. So Vexing Babel on the draw is not that great. What else do I want? I think I'm gonna bring in Force of Negations on the draw and cut another Tormod's Crypt. Seems these. Not playing a Might seems always so wrong to me. Force of Negation, no spells. So this hand has a Saga, but no other plan. This hand has and explosives. I don't want to mult to 5. So we will need to draw some good cards, but I will live with it. Emissary, we have double explosives for that. More bubbles, explosives. Yeah, they look at the top of my library. Gonna play this tapped and pass. And then next turn, try to explosives them. And then the next turn, play or emissary. Not the worst, but very bad card that could come in is a saga. Snake is also okay. Drum filters. 1 white mana, drum. Okay. Attack for 2. I'm just gonna explosives now. Go. So opponent is back to the Age of Stone with Senku. No lands. Opal, okay. 2 mana available. They drew the Opal this turn. So this 2 mana and sacrifice. So obsessive pursuits. This makes things. So Pinnacle Emissary. Cannot name clue with the tokens. So I'm still gonna wait to see what I need to name. Okay, now we are the ones with a lot of tokens. We'll love to draw a Kappa. We'll love to draw an Ursa Saga. Will not love that my opponent has any of those 2 cards. Explosives for 0. Okay, maybe I should have Pithy Needle my opponent's explosives. That was something. They will lose a lot of gas with this, but yeah. Do I have something better to do? No, I'm gonna Shadow Spear here. I don't have anything better to do with my cards, so opponent attacks with everything. Now they have more things in play, so the explosives everything away. I could have Needle explosives. That was a punt. I had a good enough field to be able to... Okay, Amox. Not the best draw for my opponent. It makes mana, so replaces things and let them draw clues and things, but... Okay, Embry. Embry is decent. Mox gets played. Fiery Islet. No. Play Embry. Embry. This goes to the grave. And I can play another land. Probably casting Pinnacle Emissary next turn. So they draw the clue. They lose a life. If I get to pressure them enough, this can be a win condition. The card is very cool on the art. So take 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 black mana and 5. Any number of non-land permanents. This spell cost was 1 less to cast for each permanent sacrificed this way. So for each permanent, 1 less. So what's this? This from hand. So now they can play this from exile. Some tokens will arrive. Just fine-ish, I guess. Be able to explosive those tokens sooner or later. Do they have any other spell? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 1 mana away of things. So gonna get and play Pinnacle on the Warp Zone. Bubble. Gonna look now at what they draw. Saga. Okay, Saga is strong, and I will have to deal with Saga sooner or later. They lose 1 life. So I'm gonna Needle Saga most likely. Saga gets played here. This game is close. Tap for colorless. Weapons. Okay, sure. They are not putting up many artifacts now. So they're playing the other Pinnacle. Yeah. It's another token and another token down there. So need to stop Saga. Maybe Saga making tokens is not my biggest issue. They probably don't want to trade. There are 10, so 1, 2, 3. I will be worried more about other cards. Let's see what my opponent's gonna draw. A bubble. I don't care. So I need to put them under pressure of Kappa. So I think I'm gonna name Klaus of Gigs with this. Klaus of Gigs. And now I play a land. I'm gonna play Kappa. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. This triggers. I'm gonna attack for 2 because that's 1 damage coming in. And I'm happy with that. Yeah, we go to 9. So next turn with... They go to 9, they go to 8. So Kappa is 5, with Shadow Spear is 6, with Bubble is... With Pinnacle Emissary, if I draw a small spell. So I think I have lethal, but things could happen. I'm at 16, so if they have a hasty construct, I can deal with this. They have a bubble. Those are a lot of tokens. They cannot search for explosives with Ursa Saga. That's the reason I Pithy Needled the Claws of Kicks. That's also gained them 1 life, which could be relevant. So what's this? Drum. Blue token gets sacrificed. 1 card gets replaced. Blue token on themselves. Also bubble on themselves to see if they should draw or play towards other kind of play. Also remember, everyone watching, if you want to help me stream more, subscribe to the channel. That's always very, very, very helpful. So drum does nothing. It makes mana and tokens and things, but munitions is the card that explosives doesn't kill Kappa. So 2 mana, crack clue. Okay, so I think that's a 4-1 in the books. We have 3 tokens, so they lose 1 life because we attack and 1 life because they attack with this. Okay, what this does though? Gains lifelink. Okay, so, okay, this has lifelink. Okay. That is if they exceed the number of probably you have sacrificed this turn. Okay, this has lifelink, so we don't win yet. Okay, yeah. Draw a card. Fiery Islet. Not a great card. 15. If I had drawn an artifact, different things could have happened. Okay. If I cast Pinnacle Emissary, I get 1 token. I think I'm gonna cast. Better off casting. So, okay. That's gonna be hard to... I could cast this for 2 and blow it up. This gets counters. Lifelink. I'm at 9. I cannot explosives. Okay, maybe I lose this game. Shadow Spear. So I probably want to Shadow Spear and play another artifact. The question is which one. Probably a 0 that can block. Okay, yeah. Midnight. Midnight gets cast. Kappa triggers. Play land. Shadow Spear there. Attack for 8. And Force of Negation 1 spell. They're at M17. They're at 7. This is a close race. They go to 6. If I would have drawn an artifact, this would have been great. I could have casted Pinnacle Emissary from the graveyard. Then this will go to 8. Then I play a 0. Then this is 2 tokens. This goes to 10. And then another 2. This goes to 12. I would have done 4 more damage, which is nothing. Let's see. They have a False Negation, which can be good, but they have 5 cards in hand. Yeah, the clue tokens with the Springless Drum and with the Pinnacle Emissaries are things. How much things can they sacrifice? I have to hold Force of Negation for explosives. This was a game. Win or lose, I'm very happy. Probably with my turn 2 play of not... turn 2, turn 3 play of not Pithy Needle Explosive, that put me quite on the back foot. But for the rest, yeah, making here a token. Yeah, they're making tokens. Saga counters as a sacrifice permanent. 0 permanent, so let's see if this grows. It just dies by state-based actions, or is in fact sacrificed. It's interesting to know. Let's see if this changes. So they put a 16/16 construct up. 1 sacrifice permanent. Okay, Saga counts as a permanent to sacrifice. So they play Bloodstained Mire. Fetch, go to 5. 2, they have to sacrifice 3 woods. That's one of the spells I will not let you resolve. Those were one of those 2 spells I was gonna Force of Negation for sure. They put up more tokens. They have a 20/20 construct. There is a spot where I called explosives. Nihil Spellbomb. Nihil Spellbomb is strong. Not the end of the world, but very strong against us currently. Okay, Nihil Spellbomb. Another of the dangerous cards, but yeah, so I'm probably trading all the tokens I can. They nihil me yet. Okay, that's 2 gain more life. Okay, sure. Munition deals 5. What's this? Black. That's a snake. Another Obsessive Pursuit. So that means that it triggers twice. Okay. So both get lifelink. Okay. Take 7. Opponent is going bigger than me. I cannot cast explosives for 3. I don't know. Opponent's at 22. Yeah, sure. Explosives, huh? I cannot cast explosives for 3. So I guess I'm gonna draw first weapons. So this is a big construct. I'm gonna cast this for 2. I'm gonna put a stop on my opponent's turn before they finish their main phase. So then Midnight gets played. This also gets big, so not the worst. 12. Now I gain 12. 21. Yeah, I don't care. I want them to lose life with those. I don't think they can do very much with having 4 clues instead of 2. They already have a ton of cards in hand. Ursa Saga, good card. 21. This is when creature attacks. Whenever you attack, so I can take this at the beginning of combat. Snake and Monition tokens. Those are Monition tokens. Okay, yeah, they got to sacrifice their Monitions and probably attack for lethal. Okay, so I think I die. Let's see what dies with this. 17. So I have no blockers. Yeah, they drew the snake. Gonna sacrifice Claws of Kicks. Explosives your enchantments away. And they just attack for lethal and I die. I can't block a lot, but... Okay, that was a game. Win or lose. I could have probably, if I would have Pithy Needled Explosives on turn 3, maybe outrace the game. But yeah, this has a lot of long game things. So we lost against 2 mirrors, more or less. And we beat the other decks. We had good hands. Like always, when you mull down a bit, this deck goes a lot worse. But still, Kappa Cannoneer is one of the best finishers of the modern format. So just try to draw well, and I will probably play one hand, one might in the deck, and maybe a second Pythian Needle in the sideboard. Those are cards that change I will make. I'm also not sure if you need 4 Fiery Islets. Seems like too many, and you could play probably 2 Shivan Reef instead. That doesn't make you damage always when you are paying for Ursa Saga or colorless spells.